what was going on before, but we got it fixed now. As you guys saw by the title, we're gonna be running trains and yapping, so. We got two trains, as you can see, freight train and the Amtrak, just like the usual, keeping it simple. I'm not in the mood for complex running today, so. Yeah. This live stream could be up to 2 hours long if I feel like it. Well, get the train started. And my controller is deciding it wants to not work. Samuel Trains MRSCHO says, "Hi, friend." Hi. There. Now we can get the trains moving. So, I love EMD2929 said, "I have returned." Yep. I don't know what was going on. It seems like whenever I schedule live streams, they always crash. So, yeah, it's nothing new for my YouTube channel to have a glitched out live stream, but what are you guys doing today? As you can see, this is probably all that I'm really going to be doing today. I love VMD2929, so that happened to me when with my first scheduled live stream, so I didn't schedule it. Yeah. Samuel Trains MRSCHO said, "It's our Amtrak train," or is that my impression? This is an Amtrak train that I have here. It's just sitting in the yard, whatever we call it, the secondary track here. I plan on running it this live stream, so don't worry. It's just, I'm running my freight train first, and then we can alternate trains, because, yeah. So. Samuel Trains MRSCHO said, "Amtrak." Yep. Trust me, I love running my Amtrak. I spent like the Amtrak. I spent around over $200. I think $250 I spent to upgrade the locomotive. I had to replace the motor, motherboard, decoder, a little bit of the wiring of the locomotive. Like, the thing get a whole new electrical job on it. I love EMD2929, and I finally hit 100 subs on my channel. Congratulations. Samuel Traits MRSCHO said, "I have 140 subs." Nice. I love EMD said nice. So, now we got my freight train here. But as you guys can see, my Samuel Trains MRSCHO said, "I would love to do trades." Thank you. I love EMD2929, and I recently got a UP 1943. Nice. For my model railroad. Okay, yeah, that sounds nice. This is a very nice runner. These are both factory DCC sound, by the way, and they run very nicely. But this one here, I installed a decoder in it. It runs okay. It doesn't have sound or anything. It's just a standard DCC decoder. This one, I actually upgraded to DCC. I only spent like $30 on it because I won a $170 decoder from Soundtracks, which I entered in their competition that they had. I actually won it. And then this here, I don't think it was factory. I think someone plugged a decoder into it, but that is a non-sound in my locomotive there. Yes, I have the Montana Rail link right there. If you want, I could run it. Let's grab it. Sorry. On live stream, better not catch me destroying one of my train buildings and I step on it. There it is, the Montana Rail Link. We can run this one. It doesn't have sound or anything, but it still is a nice runner. Here, guys. We could hook this up to the Amtrak train. I know it looked pretty goofy, but... Samuel Trains MRSEHO said, my model train set includes a U20C MRS Logistica train set, a boxcar RFFSA train set, and I got 2 GDT MRS gondola sets. Nice. I love EMD2929 says, sometimes you gotta use some extra power for Amtrak. Though in real life. Yeah. So what I might do is set this Amtrak train aside. You're like, what are you doing? Well, I have a second Amtrak train that I have sitting in the yard. I was thinking of making an excursion train in this live stream. So that means we'll put this one aside for now and we'll make an excursion train hauling some of my classic Amtrak cars. First thing that we gotta do though is stop that train right there because that one will run into the passenger cars. Amtrak. Yep. So what we'll do here is run these cars. I'm just pushing them. I'm not backing a locomotive into or anything. Well, we are trying to... Jeez, the hearts are going crazy. Okay, so we got that moved, and then what we'll do is, I don't recommend you. I love MD2929, and I actually got my friend this hobby. Yeah, I bet you he's gonna go broke, because when you find out how much this one locomotive is, it's like $350 for one. If you're wanting DCC and sound and all that. But you could get one for $200. What? Yeah. Samuel Trains MRSEHO said bye. Yep, see you later. Bye. Have a great day. So, yeah. How big of a layout does your friend have? Is it just small little loop, or is it like a giant, I would say giant layout, but a layout like mine that, I don't know, my layout has like a 60-foot main line, I think. I don't know. I think that's how long my track is. I love VMD2929 saying he has 2 layouts, one in his extra bedroom at his parents' house, and then his normal bedroom. They're not that big though. So, funny story, guys. Believe it or not, when I first started model railroading, I had, we moved to this house like a couple years ago, so, but back at the old house, we had a main bedroom, and then we had like a spare room. I literally turned that spare room into a train room. I had like, we'll say about like, you know how big a normal loop of track is? Well, imagine a normal loop of track, double the size, and there's 2 tracks going around. That's kind of what I had. I have some photos of it that I might post on my YouTube channel, but that's early model railroading for me. Like, I barely had much in my collection. It was all DC, but now I got DCC. I love EMD2929 said he started before Christmas, and then his grandparents turned out to have a whole box full of them from a long time ago, so he has a lot now. That's exactly how I got started in model railroading. It was my great-grandpa's collection. He had some Athearn Blue Box locomotives and a few others. And
guys, I'll give you a sneak peek on my...
yeah, my brother wants to show you something in a second, but
my newest video.
We're hooking up the Montana Rail Link to the Amtrak cars.
You'll see, I'll show you.
My brother's making a YouTube video. There's a sneak peek of what he's doing. My brother loves making stop motion stuff.
And that's where it ends.
So, yeah.
I gotta make more for it yet.
So, back to getting the Montana Rail Link hooked up. I do have a little negative opinion about the cattle locomotives, and that is they're so light that they derail easily. Sorry about the terrible camera angles. I'm just trying to drive the train from my controller.
Yeah, he doesn't have me as his cameraman.
And hooked up. There we are. Yeah, I have this thing on full zoom, and I'm just trying to not. There, it's actually hooked up. Let's see. We got Cliftonville Mall Railroad. I still remember my first train set, Christmas 1984. I was hooked. Oh yeah. I'd like to thank my old neighbors. They're not watching this live stream right now, but he gave me my first Bachman train set. That's how I got started in the hobby. I have the original power rerailer that came with the set right here, but I've expanded to many other power rerailers in my life. And the train just flipped its rail car. Luckily for me, I'll just steal this Amtrak car off of my freight train here. It's a track cleaning car, by the way. And its pads are filthy again. How does that even happen? Like, seriously, my track isn't that dirty. There. Yeah. That thing is filthy. I gotta clean it off soon. But, yeah. We'll just throw this rail car on this here. But seriously, Rail Link, quit flipping your rail cars. It's not funny. There. I have a little figure that I have on here. It keeps moving, though. The only problem is this track here goes from 118. This is an 18 radius curve, and then it switches direction. And it's a very tight curve, so. Yeah, it was. My trains always flip on this curve because it is so tight. It goes from one curve to another curve, and it, yeah. Clintonville Mall Road said the floor is where all the dirt ends up. Yeah. Trust me, that's why running my trains is a nightmare some days when I get like all the filth in my trains. Like I get like hair, and luckily I help keep my train room as clean as possible, so I don't really get too much like stuff on the floor, but it's the hair that is a nightmare. Hair and dust are my two least favorite things that get on a model railroad, because hair just gets in the gears on the locomotives. And then Clifton Railroad said, can you push that curve out, put like 1 or 2 inch part between the curves? I actually plan on redoing that whole curve, so I'm gonna redo that area. That's why I haven't bothered to just make those adjustments. Trust me, it would be way easier, but I would plan on replacing all my 18 radius curves with like 22 or 30 radius, because you can see the amount of overhang that the passenger cars have when they go over. But here it is. We got the Montana Rail Link pulling some Amtrak cars. I know it looks goofy, but it works. And now we'll get the other train running. There we are. We'll get that running at like 25. Wait. Oh no, this train unhooked. I'll read the chat off in a second. I'm trying to fix that. There we are. I love EMD2929 said, and also that windy turn E curve could also affect the trains. Yeah, like I said to the other guy, I'm replacing the curves on my layout, most of them, with smooth curves, because that curve is so windy that it will rip off most rail cars. Well, there we got a second passenger train. Don't worry about the Union Pacific. It's just running weird. Anyway, Cliftonville Mall Road said, I'm Kano. The smallest I go is 490 millimeters, which is 19 5/8, I believe. And heads up, so my cars don't like that. Exactly like that rail car. Literally, live streams is where you're gonna catch all the derailments. Will's O Scale said hello. Hi, how's your day going? Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm not in control of that train right now. So I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna cut track power. Yeah, sorry about that. We got a little derailment on my model railroad.
A little.
Hey, Easton, you're banned from my live streams. I don't want to hear.
The whole train.
Yeah, shut it, kid. So yeah, we are now fixing this derailment.
So far, did torn 5 clips.
Derails, what's that?
Yeah.
Derailments is the only thing you'll ever see on my live stream. Okay, and running trains, but it's mainly derailments. Lots of them. There. Let's get the track power back on. I also wired in a switch here, so on top of using my track status, this button sometimes won't work on the first push. So I wired in an emergency stop switch. So now when I hit it, my trains will run. It's kind of just an override just in case the digital button on here doesn't work. Because I don't trust my controller some days. It'll do weird things, so I just wire in a backup. But there. Clifton Mile Railroad said, well, all good. I have no clue how I can stream for up the 12-hour max limit for YouTube and have none. It must be voodoo or something. Yeah. We have a derailment again. Like I said, cattle locomotives derail too easily. They are so light. Like, I plan on replacing this track as well because it is so finicky. Well, let's see if this train. Nope. Yeah, bad rail link. It is not that hard to stay on the tracks. Anyway, I love EMD2929 said YouTube won't make up its mind if it wants me to live stream or not. Unfortunately, so I don't know when it's gonna go live again. Try this. How old are you set on YouTube? So like, what's your age? I'm 13, but I set my age to anyway, I set my age to 16 so I could do live streams. Because if you're set to 16 or under, you can't do live streams. The Union Pacific just ditched its train, and it's making the BNSF do all the work. Come on.
Alright, now a sneak peek for the whole entire video.
Wait, I'm reading off the chat. Clifton Mile Railroad said, Intro train guy, save money, get the BLI SD70 ACE. It has about 2 pounds less than a house. Yeah.
Alright, guys, watch this.
I love EMD's
This is my
2929
sneak peek.
says, I don't know. Okay, my brother wants to show you something, but make it quick. Can we just give it a minute? I gotta fix this.
This is my, I'm gonna be giving you a sneak peek
Oh,
of my
no.
newest video.
This-
Let's be posting, hopefully sometime today.
Ah, come on.
164 Perfect Bomber.
Come on, you. There.
Alright.
I love
Let's
EMD.
go over here.
Wait, I am still reading off the chat. You need to chill, Easton. I love EMD2929 says, I got approved so I can live stream, but I don't know what's happening with the. Wow, one time my channel just completely disappeared. It's either you're just experiencing glitches on your phone or YouTube's age restriction stuff is happening because I got hit by the. I originally set my account to like over 18, but YouTube made me age verify, so I just put my age down to 16 because 16 will still let you watch YouTube. The minimum age though is 13 though for YouTube, but age of 16 and over you can do live streams, but it doesn't need you to age. It doesn't need you to age verify though if you are 16, so that's nice. But I can still do my live. What is wrong with you?
Alright, here's my speed. Or here's this.
You don't have to wait, kid. I am busy fixing 1,000 derailments. There. Not there. You little. Get the iPad out of here, kid. Yeah, the Union Pacific is just deciding to completely derail. There. Stay running.
Alright, here.
Okay, my brother wants to show you his video.
This is all video sneak peek.
Did I give you do a full sneak peek? Okay, that's all.
No, it's not done.
Easton, it's my
Speed's at
YouTube
10.
channel. Get out of here. You're not self-advertising in my watch. Kaden Marvin said hi. Hi. Yeah, sorry about it. This train is derailing up a storm. Like, literally, I don't know what's wrong with it. All my cattle locomotives just derail easily. And this track is junk. Like, I can move it around. I typically nail my track into the floor, but this track here,
Hey, why are you in track?
yeah. Sorry, I'm not running the rail link with the Amtrak because it's derailing every way possible. There, I stopped the rail link. It was giving me a hard time. Anyway, I guess we're just gonna get that thing fixed. Clifford Bauer said, I'm old. I grew up before the internet, as we know. Is was even a thing. Kids should be outside playing tag and blowing up Hot Wheels with firecrackers and stuff. Oh, trust me, my mom would never, ever let. Literally, the only fireworks my mom ever lets me get near are like the little pop-it ones. You just throw them on the ground and they pop. But I love the summertime because I literally just ride my bike all summer, and I mow the lawn too. But we have a decent sized lawn, so it's kind of misery sometimes push mowing the whole lawn. But I have a self-propelled push mower, so it's not the end of the world, but yeah. No, trust me, it's got to the point nowadays where every single kid, even 3-year-olds, have their own iPad now. At least with my parents, they literally highly limit our screen time to like 30 minutes a day.
Well, I have 10 minutes to get here.
Okay, no. You just have to wait. What about sparklers? Sorry, yeah. If it's, as long as the firework needs to be lit with a lighter, my mom will never let me get near it. I love EMD2929 said, I was in a come and go with a 4-year-old that has an iPad. Don't even get me started. I literally lose it. Not literally, like I don't scream, but I lose it every time. Like when you go to a store, every single kid that is 2 and up is glued to a phone or an iPad watching Cocomelon. Literally. Like, I saw the other day when I was at a Costco with my mom and brother. We were going shopping, and this kid was literally eating. You know how Costco's have their food court and all that? This kid literally, his parents tried to take his iPad away, and the kid yanked it right back. Like, parents literally feel guilty for taking the iPads away from their kids. They just need to take it from them and say no, because we're literally going to have... I don't even want to know what's going to happen with the Gen Alphas. Are we just going to have iPad people that are addicted to their phones in the future? I'm not addicted to my phone. I can live without it when I leave the house most of the time. But yeah, she thinks you're going to burn yourselves. Well, I'm just afraid that the firework will explode and get someone hurt if you're not paying attention. Strasburg number 90 said hello. Hi. Clifford Malrero said, well, she's smart. Had a Roman, it'll blow up in my hand. Lucky I still have it. And he caught a jumping jack, a firecracker that flies under my arm in 1/3-degree burn as surprise. Ouch. And that's why I'll probably never have fireworks under my possession as long as I'm with my mom, which is fine because I don't feel like getting a million burns when one of those things goes wrong, but sparklers don't. Funny story, well, not funny. Back when my dad was a kid, he was playing with sparklers and he was with other kids. And some kid didn't bother to deal with their sparkler the right way and put it in a bucket or something of water or something. They threw it in the yard, and my dad stepped on the sparkler when it was still hot and burning. My dad burned his foot. He's fine now, but the point is, all sparklers can hurt you. I want to say any firework will hurt you if you're not careful with it. Plus, fireworks are so expensive. Like, Clifford Malrero said, but I now have the respect and knowledge to set off city type first works, the big stuff. Get this Amtrak moved, and then watch this, guys. Since today's not the Friday the 13th anymore, which is, you probably know, that's a day of bad luck. Since today's not the 13th anymore, I think I have enough luck to get this Amtrak train back before the freight train runs into it. But realistically, if it was Friday the 13th today, the freight train would have ran the Amtrak over, because literally yesterday I was not having the greatest day. And I didn't even realize it, but it literally was Friday the 13th yesterday. So, ironically, I was having a bad day on Friday the 13th, and I didn't even realize it till the day was almost over. We had one of those spinners for the 4th of July. Yeah, my dad had some old fireworks a couple years ago that we set off for the 4th of July, and they were... The downside with some fireworks is the fuse time is so short. Like, you have, some of them are 2 seconds to get out of the way before they blow. But, yeah. I love EMD2929, so I guess I was lucky enough yesterday to catch a train. Bro, it has been forever since I've been able to actually go watch a train. And guess what? It's been months since I've actually gone to watch trains, and we literally sat there and I never saw a train. Literally, the only time I catch trains is watching on a rail cam, so you got lucky. I don't really go to see trains that often because you gotta rely on your parents to take you, but yeah. Strasburg number 90 said, I got a Lehigh Valley Railroad lantern yesterday, and my mom got an American Freedom train cup for a gift. Nice. Clifford Malrero said, brain to finger disconnect sucks again when you fry half your brain with a 3-hour heart attack you didn't know was a heart attack. Wow. Katie Mark said, come to Eagle Grove. We got a lot of trains. What state is that in? I love EMD2929 said, for some reason my line is so packed. They've got a train every 5 to 30 minutes. Bro, the CPKC line that runs where I live It's 5 miles away, or like 5 minutes, I should say, to town where we live. Literally, you're lucky. The trains vary. It's typically like 30 minutes to an hour. You'll catch a train. Sometimes you can catch 4 trains in an hour. Sometimes you can catch like only like 1 train an hour. Kingdom Hearts, that's a small town. Okay. So, guys, I might run the Amtrak soon.
See, I want help.
Okay, my brother's going outside. For now, we are putting this SD40 back in the rail yard. You know what? We're putting it in this rail yard. This is gonna sit here. Clifton Malboro said, Union, Illinois, biggest train museum in all of America's north and south. That sounds nice. Here, I'm gonna add you as a moderator. But yeah, with real,
Bill's always still a moderator on your channel.
yeah,
Okay, make him a moderator on my channel.
I'll think about it. Do you know where Boone, Iowa is? Yeah. There. Eagle Grove is an hour away from Boone, Iowa. Okay. Yeah, where I live, my mom will only take me to that place if it's realistically within 30 minutes or less away. So, yeah, that's too bad. But something cool. I love EMD2929 and I've acquired coffee. You sound like my mom. She is not talking to anyone. Okay, she'll talk to people in the morning, but she is not gonna be in her happy mood till she has her morning coffee. So, yeah. I'm 13, I don't drink coffee, I drink orange juice. Can you run the WRL again? What's the WRL? What's the abbreviation for that? Kingdom Hearts and I drink water. Oh yeah. My mom says I need to drink water way more often than I do because I want to. Cliff Malboro said a 2 liter of dew keeps the doctor away. I think it's a Montana. Oh, the Montana Rail Link. I can make an exception. The Montana Rail Link is deciding to be a major pain today because it is derailing here and here on the layout where the Amtrak is. And look, these rail cars are derailed. Are they gonna re-rail? Okay, they re-railed. I hope. So anyway, I think it's the Montana Rail Link. Okay. Here's what I can do. The Montana Rail Link, I don't get it. It has weight to it, yet it derails all the time. But anyway, we can attempt to run. Oh no, we will wait because we have another derailment. Literally. No, don't abandon your rail cars. I'm gonna stop the train. There. Kingdom Hearts, do you know it's very hard for me to laugh? Oh, we'll see about that. Okay, guys. Let's do, just for fun, a roast battle. So, in the chat, try to come up with a good roast. I don't want I don't want boring roast. I want a good roast. I'm just trying to fix this derailment. Does it have sound? If you're talking about the Montana Rail Link, no. The Montana Rail Link is just uh a Digitrax decoder. There's no sound or anything. Unfortunately, I can't seem to roast. That's fine. That's fine. Cliff and Monroe said a roast of who and what. So roast me somehow. Like here's a roast that if you ever heard of the Twitch streamer Queso, the roast that everyone says is you're built like a 1x1 Lego cube or Lego brick. Well, another roast you could say is your mom's the reason they invented double doors. Like, you're some of the roasts I can't relate to. Okay, you know what a roast is? Okay, yeah. Try to roast me somehow or my model railroad. But I hope you don't mean what you say though. Just it's all joking for a little bit. Roasting trains, planes, autos. So, hey guys, what a holiday is today. We're gonna see if you're keeping up with the holidays. Okay, roasting you and yours. Give me a minute, okay? Guys, these roasts better be good ones, because I've heard some pretty lame roasts on my YouTube channel, so. Yeah. Why is this train... Look, guys, my controller is randomly changing the speed steps to 27 and 28%. And I was like, why is my train speeding up and slowing down? Because my controller's randomly speeding it up and slowing it down. I don't know. My DCS52 acts up sometimes. Okay, now we're gonna read this. Really. Because you have the knob with that change spot, move the knob just a hair and it will stop. EMD2929 says, I actually left my phone on the train track in my mile railway and almost just ran it over now. Valentine's Day. What is wrong with these rail cars? They just unhooked again. I apologize about all this derail. Happy Halloween. Yep. I literally don't like Valentine's Day at all. Valentine's Day is like my least favorite holiday. I would rather have Halloween or Easter than Valentine's Day. What is wrong with these rail cars? This track back here sucks. I gotta redo it. It is like the worst as you could possibly. Yeah, sorry about my rants. You saw the description. I'm ranting in this live stream. But I was born on Easter. I will read your chats off in a second. I'm trying to pay attention to fixing this derailment, so yeah. Oh, come on. There you are. So, give me a minute, like 30 seconds or so. I'll start reading off what you guys are saying. CSX Gaming 4683 said, can you pick an ant up and run it over with the train? I wish. I don't have any ants right now. Trust me, I used to have ants running on the floor in my trade room. Like, I don't know why. Like, whenever it rains outside, some ants would come outside. Like, they're little ones and some big ones. I've tried to run them over on the layout, but they don't work so well. Kingdom Hearts said, if your brain was dynamite, you wouldn't have enough to blow your nose. Don't even get me started. You guys are gonna hear something new about me today that I've never told you guys. Is that my nose is always plugged, so I literally am just blowing my nose all the time. 365, no matter what day of the year it is, my nose is plugged. So I literally blow my nose like 100 times a day, or like 50 times a day. But CSX 2608 said your track is so bad, Penn Central could do better than that. Oh yeah. I love you, D292. That's the only reason why I don't throw my phone across the room on Valentine's Day is because it makes our classes shorter. Sorry, Kaden, you spelt it wrong. It's Valentine's, not day, not Val. I don't even know what you spelled. Strasburg number 9 said replace those couplers with Katie couplers. Oh yeah, I want to. I'm broke. Okay, I have $167. 67. Okay, sorry, but I got some Katie couplers in my cabinets, but I want to fix it. I'm trying to keep up with your chats. Cliff Malbro said your track sucks so bad Hoover is going to sue you. Sorry, most of my roast would be beyond adult and probably get your channel shut down. Can you run over an ant with the train? I don't have any little ants right now that I can run over. I have dead flies that I can try to run over, but that's all. Where is it? Wyatt, your track is goated. Hello, I'm a mother. Yeah, we'll see about that. Striker number 9 said, your track is so bad, it's make Pam and tracks look better. My track isn't that bad. Okay, maybe it is. But, come on, I got some good sections here. Like, I got this one long piece of easy track. I see the roasts are getting so good, people are deleting their messages. But yeah, guys. What is your... For me, I do not care about Valentine's Day at all, and I should start something. Let's run my Bachman F7 into a stopper. Please don't tell me you did that on purpose. It's Jason. It's... Ha ha. Okay, now we got the good roasts coming. Penn Central system is better than your layout. No, it's not. That stupid gondola cars. Just give me a minute. These gondola cars are gonna be the end of me. Literally, they're derailing non-stop. If Spirit had a railroad, it would be better. No, Spirit Airlines suck. Spirit Airlines are like probably the worst airline imaginable. I love EMD said I did, and Kim Martin said Bucko. Come on, Spirit Airlines is like probably the worst airline known to man. Literally, I think it is. So guys, what are you doing this Valentine's Day? Me? But yeah, guys, roast time is over. I think I've gotten enough good roasts today. So, Spirit actually got bought by JetBlue. Your track is so bad, NS thinks it's their... Okay, guys. I know, my track sucks, but come on, Norfolk Southern's always having to... Okay, maybe my track is like that Norfolk Southern track. I just realized that Norfolk Southern's having as many derailments as my layout derails. Yeah, sorry guys. My gondola cars are trying to get me annoyed. There. I'm gonna probably run my train at like 27 or something. There. So yeah, guys. Wait, I just already found a way to close the East Pestley derailment on cause of the East Pest. Yeah. I think we all get it right now. My layouts track I don't Norfolk Southern, it's like, well, there's a derailment. It's typically Norfolk Southern. But your track is so. Cliff said, "Oh, sorry. One more. When Valiant Jet gets into model railroading, what?" Trackberg number 9 said, "Your track is so bad. Penn Central thinks it's their tracks." I know, guys. Guys, you're making today way better because I probably would have just been sitting around watching YouTube or something this Valentine's Day because. Yeah, I hate to say it. I don't have any friends. Literally, it's just me and YouTube. So, I probably would have just been watching YouTube this Valentine's Day or something. Or, I don't know. I really hope to go to town sometime and watch. No, we're watching right now. If the gondola cars derail again over there, I'm throwing the phone. Okay, probably not because I can't afford to fix it. But, I love EMD2929 said there's a bad storm with the flood and the tornado. The train was caught in a bridge, and then it eroded the bridge and just fell right into the river. Oh, I remember hearing of that. That sucks. BNSF, Rock Road. Okay, guys. Now we can get back to wait. Damn, those gondola cars really hate you. Yeah, I'm starting to think they do. And no, here's what's funny. I'm not making this stuff up. Guess what railroad owns the gondola cars? I'm not going to show you. Just guess. Everyone, type of railroad that you think owns the gondola cars. I'm covering the gondola cars with my hand that are derailing so you can't see them. Just guess. Everyone, type of railroad that you think. Norfolk Southern? You are absolutely correct. This stupid gondola car keeps derailing. I have 2 Norfolk Southern ones and they always derail. Why CSX? What is wrong with you? That's CSX. I'm reading the darn chat off. Norfolk Southern, literally, if I could have the best running locomotive and I could slap a Norfolk Southern paint scheme on it and that locomotive would probably derail all the time. Literally, this car is a troublemaker. Both of these are. And they're painted a Norfolk Southern. Like, Norfolk Southern is known for derailing. I love you, D2929 said. I remember seeing the Norfolk Southern logo on it. Yeah. Norfolk Southern is still better than CP. Why, you got me as your best friend. Thanks. The last time I've ever talked to literally anyone that I've known in person, I'm trying to even remember. Last time was like August or September. Like, it has been months and months. Hey, don't talk bad about Canadian Pacific or Canadian National. I am a huge Canadian Pacific fan. I got a locomotive there, and then, no, those gondola cars. I'm ripping them off the train right now. I am done with them. I don't want to lose it on a live stream, but these gondolas are going to make that happen. Yeah, you know what you deserve? You get thrown across the room. I am done with these cars. You guys are going to witness a crash out on live stream. You too, bad Norfolk Southern. You are literally acting like a piece of junk. Yeah, I rammed into that one. Literally, I don't want to destroy my stuff, but those gondola cars are gonna make that happen. Those gondolas have the East Pastoline curse. Yes, and look, this is the what made Troublemaker, and it's Norfolk Southern, literally. Norfolk Southern is cursed. One day I'm going to crush a CPCN with the 1-foot section of railroad rail. Oh, are we gonna start a war? So yeah, guys, the roasting is over. If I catch anyone talk bad about my favorite railroads again, my mods have a permission to put them on a 5-minute ban. A 5-minute ban. Hear that, mods? Anyone talk bad about Canadian Pacific, BNSF, or Canadian National? You have permission to put them on a 5-minute ban. Because those are my favorite railroads. Yeah, these things deserve to get put in the cabinet for a timeout because they are not acting good. I think this is literally the cabinet of shame where all of my derailing rail cars go. So they're getting put in the cabinet of shame for a while. I like all trains. Thank you. Why did the end light unhook? Literally, this end light unhooked. I'm not removing it because this thing has an end light on it, so we're just gonna move this train out of here. Crash out, yeah. I don't want to crash out on a live stream, but my rail cars are gonna make that happen. I'm just trying to get this train moved ahead so I can then throw this car on. Haha, CP Rail's so bad. Chat, ban him. 5 minutes. Make the Amtrak pull the cargo. Hey, bud, I don't think the Amtrak has the torque for that. Clifton Mile Railroad, put them on a 5-minute ban. Mods, go do that right now. Clifton Mile said no one in Canada wanted to buy it, so American had to. Ha ha ha. Now, mods, put Clifton Mile Railroad on a 5-minute ban. Bro, CSX gaming. I banned myself, haha. I don't think that's how it works. Strasburg number 9 said no heat chill. It's not letting me, I don't know why. I love EMD. We'll see what I have you as. Oh, we're going to adjust you, and we're going to put you as a managing moderator. There you are. I love EMD 2929 and put you as a managing moderator. So if it doesn't let you do it now, I don't think it'll ever will. What the hell? I have a mod. Why can't I ban myself? Bro. Amtrak will not pull cart. No, this. I have a mod, so yippee. So guys, you want to see me blow up on a live stream? The stupid boxcar derailed again. Why does a train have to derail back here where it's impossible to get to? Derail on the easy part of the layout, not this terrible track. Yeah, just give me a minute, guys. I'm not reading off the chat this minute because we are having 1,000 derailments, and you're gonna catch me lose it on a live stream because this rail cars think that derailing is the best thing to ever happened. Oh, come on. There you are. Let's get back to reading. I see YDRE. That's a ship trim from the U.S. rail fan calls that freight. ICYDRE 11 visas. And that's net 46. I'm passing my house. Nice. Clifford Mile Railroad said, it's not the cars, it's the tracks. It happens in the same spot. Yeah, my layout track is not that good. With 80-25 trailing, I'd have to look that locomotive up, but that sounds like a nice catch you got there. For the fact that you caught a train, I never catch trains in real life. I love UMD2929, and I clicked on a different one that was not a mod, and it would let me do it. So I think it's just because there's a moderator. Okay, guys. New thing, if you talk bad, I remove you as a moderator, and then they could ban you for how long they want. Strasburg number 9 saying, do you have old railroadia stuff like me? Clifford Mile Railroad said, once in the train cab. I love all the trains except Norfolk Southern. I can agree with you that Norfolk Southern, not to talk bad about my rail cars, but I think Norfolk Southern is like one of the more mediocre American railroads. I'm gonna not talk bad. Yeah, I don't want people talking bad in my live streams unless I give them permission. So yeah, bro. Okay, what was I gonna do? Yes, I have older locomotives, like ones from the 80s, 60s even, I think. I have an old Amtrak that I've taken apart. It's an Athearn Blue Box. Come on. This thing here, I took the weights out of it. Clifford Morrow said, hey, NS is who started the heritage units. I gotta look that up. Maybe you are right. I love EMD2929. What time will you end the live stream? Because I have to go and I wanted to see if I can tune in a little bit. Today, I'll be going for maybe another 30 minutes to an hour if I feel good today. So, yeah, it's fine if you leave as long as you come back within 30 minutes or so. But this is an older locomotive. I did take the weight out of it. There's a huge weight in this thing. This thing weighed like 1.5 pounds. Like, this thing is heavy. This is an Athearn Blue Box, by the way. And these things last forever. But this thing draws like a half amp to an amp when I'm running it on the layout. Like, this thing is a power hog. That's also because it's old. And Athearn Blue Boxes are built like tanks, but they also use a ton of power. Clifford Mile Railroad said, at least NS never drove through a station in the basement. PRO, I'm talking about you. Okay, I'm gonna set the phone down for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna start another poll quickly. Oh wait, stop now. What are you doing? Bad. Just give me a minute. YouTube, there. I'm trying to restart a poll. There. I started a Q&A. Okay. Strasburg number 9 said, Clinton, I didn't think Pennsylvania Railroad did that. Think that did that perfect. Oh, please don't derail. I hear lots of derailments, but as long as the train doesn't unhook. W train, yeah. Back, I guess I didn't have to go. Okay. I live by a busy railroad. That's nice. The closest railroad is like 5 minutes away. My train is trying to get me to have a crash out on live stream. Quit unhooking! Literally, it's not that hard. This train is gonna make me lose it. Strasburg number 9 said, so how long ago do we know? And then there's 2 periods. Ban who me? Don't worry, no one's banning you. Never mind, okay. CSX Gaming 4683 said, make BNSF H2 lead. Okay, I'm feeling in a good mood today, so let me just fix my derailment, and then we can do all of that. We've officially been doing this live stream for 1 hour. Maybe I'll make a song. Baby one more time. Flip a ball road. I don't want to ban you, but I will. If you say do it one more time, I will remove you as a moderator, and then I'll give my moderators permission to ban you for 5 minutes. So just think about that before you start acting out. There we are. Speaking of songs, I will give you a little sneak peek. I won't post this though on YouTube because I'd probably get hit with 1 million copyright. Oh wait, Norfolk Southern boxcar is in the wrong time period. I run whatever. I literally, if I see something at a trade show, just a trade fan. You made it to this live stream. Wow. Thanks. Dang, you have a deep voice. Yeah, I'm 13. Trust me, it's shocking myself to when I listen to my videos, like, bro, why do I sound like I'm an 18-year-old or something? Yep, I'm here. I woke up. So what time zone are you in, Josh? Because for me it is 10:04. Who else is saying my voice didn't deepen until I was 16? I'm 13 and my voice sounds like that. PST, okay. So, guys, here's what's funny. So the other day, what was funny though was it was the Friday the 13th. I literally yesterday, we'll put it this way, I was not having a good day. Not like people are not having me a good day, but I was kind of mentally not having a good day yesterday. Because, you know, it's the day before Valentine's Day, and I kind of hate Valentine's Day. But anyway, I was literally like, wow, yesterday sucked. Anyway, what do you know? It's Friday the 13th. Literally. I thought Friday the 13th was just made up that you have bad days. No, I didn't even realize it was Friday the 13th. I literally was just like, oh, I feel like crap today. I'm bored out of my mind. And then, what do you know, it's the 13th. So, yeah, interesting. That's how I had a high voice. I fell off the seat of my bike into a bar. Let's see. People are like dumping chats. By the way, I guess I'm an hour behind you. ICDRE11V. Joshua Trainfed said, hey, me too. It's my ex's birthday on Valentine's, and you know all too well. I'm a local. Friday the 13th is definitely real for some. Like, bro, I didn't even realize it's Friday the 13th. I was just having a bad day, and I didn't even realize it, but it was Friday the 13th. Like, I don't make this stuff up. Sorry, I'm kind of picky with rolling stock. I was wrong time period because I'm my own railroad that's set in the 1940s or 1800s. My railroad's set in like early 2000s to modern day. I'm 14 and my voice is a little high. Yeah, there's some people. It really varies by the person on their voice. But here, guys, I will switch. Here, I'm trying to read this. Clifton Mile Railroad, Friday 13th, merges two ancient super. The unluckiness of number 13. And what's funny is I'm 13 years old. It's a lot, drive for the Last Supper of the Norse mythology and the bad luck uh, uh, historically associated with Friday's crucifixion day and Hangman's Day. Joshua Trey fan said, "Well, some days are just like that, lol. You ever plan to get more rolling stock? I'm going to a trade show. Look it up, uh, Josh. Madtown Trade Show. It's in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm going to that on Saturday, and I plan to buy intermodal cars and some spine cars. Which Josh, you kind of gave me the idea to buy some spine cars. I'm trying to get more modern freight cars. I already have some auto rack cars. My parents are holding them for another holiday to give to me, so my parents bought those cars. How do I end the poll? Come on, there. Josh Travis and Brosen Hangman's Day. It's fine. I don't care if he says that in my chat. I've heard people say, oh, worse. Yours is 2 minutes behind me. Oh. Here, we are switching the locomotives around. We're going to have this loco lead. But yeah, Josh, thanks for being in the live stream. You're kind of like, I wouldn't say like a celebrity YouTuber to me, but I kind of look up to you and your videos and stuff. I like them. So anyway, you're gonna see how I can change the consist. So someone wants me to swap these locos around. So what we're going to do is you're gonna go to 5. Sorry about that. 5622, and then we click mu and then mu minus. That takes it out of the consist or mu, and then you click mu, and then you click 4825 because that's the Union Pacific, and then we hit that local consisted, and now look, we officially have this as our lead now. Okay, sounds cool, says Josh. I also got an eBay page if you're interested. Spines are sometimes pretty expensive, just so you know. I got lucky and won an auction for the TTX spine. That's nice. Hey, dude, it means a lot to me. I appreciate that. What Digitrax controller is that? It's a DCS 52. I bought 2 of them for $200, which was $100 a piece, but he just wanted to get them out of here because, funny thing, he planned on getting, let me just shut the layout off because it's getting loud, but he bought 2 DCC controllers thinking that he was going to build a model railroad, but he literally lived by train tracks, so he changed his mind and he sold them to me for $200. So, yeah, it's a DCS 52 made by Digitrax. Spine cars are okay. I prefer spleen cars or gallbladder car myself. Okay, CSX Gaming said thank you. Kingdom Marvin said but. CSX said hi guys, I'm back. Hi CSX 2608. Joshua Chavit said I'm keeping the DCS 52 in mind. I'm hoping to build a program track with Digitrax so I can consist easily at home. Thanks, man. So with Digitrax, depending on what you want to do, if you want to have a program track, don't quote me on this, but this controller here has a built-in programmer. I think the PR3 built into it. I don't buy Digitrax decoder because I think that they're not the best. Digitrax decoders are fine if you just want non-sound, but if you want sound, stay away from Digitrax. Go buy a Soundtrax decoder. I'm not sponsored by Soundtrax. Yeah, they've given me some free thing before, but I like Soundtrax a lot. let me just say, Strasbourg number 9. I'm sorry if I talk about my collection. It's fine. When I watch other people's live streams, I talk their ears out about my collection, so it's fine. I don't care if you talk about your layout. CSX2608 said I just have an easy command controller. That's fine. The easy command controller, I looked into it for getting a DCC system, but I wanted to expand mine via cable to the computer. So this thing also could run with the computer, so I use JMRI and all that. The 52 is the best controller. It has most features and highest power of all starter systems. Yeah, this thing has 3 amps. I have it turned down to 2 amps because my railroad only needs about 2 amps. Josh Travan said, I'm currently experimenting with decoders, and I was testing all sorts of sound decoders. I've got a Quantum, Victor, and Johnson's models, which are to be replaced with Loc Sound. Was gonna get a Digitrax decoder for sound to check out, but I don't know now. I should get the DCC Bachman starter set. Strasbourg number 90. I have advice for you. So this starter set, do you have a DCC controller? If you don't have a DCC controller, go ahead, go buy a Digitrax. I mean a soundtrack. I mean a Bachman thing. So if you have a Bachman, I just warning you, Bachman is a little overpriced. So if you don't have a DCC controller, I would recommend just going with a Bachman starter set. But if you, I would highly recommend just buying a DCC controller and then buying a starter set that comes with the DCC sound decoder. Because in my opinion, Bachman's a little overpriced and you're not the greatest quality. Walters is better. But yeah, Loc Sound has great sound too. Yeah, they're great sound, but you gotta buy a programmer for their decoders. I could soundtracks, all their decoders are pre-programmed and they're loaded with a million different sound files. There are diesel decoders, they have like a couple billion different configurations, or it's either a million or a billion sound configurations, so you can change all the features. You can change different prime movers, horns, bells, valve sound effects, all that stuff. I know I saw the shade there, not O scale. Clinton, you're so right, dude. I love Loc Sound from the stuff I've acquired with it. I'm going to get more Loc Sound Select and customize it like hell. Yeah. For me, I am a supporter of soundtracks, branded stuff. But yeah, it's fine. Loc Sound is good too. But I am a huge soundtracks. All of this stuff is soundtracks decoders. Every single sound locomotive has a soundtracks decoder. From the Illinois Central to the Amtrak to these two here. They all have soundtrack stuff in it. But yeah, guys, this Valentine's Day, I don't know if I want to start a war in the chat, but for Valentine's Day, do you have a Valentine? Me, I say no, I don't have one, and guess what? I don't even have any friends other than people on YouTube, so yeah. I'm kind of just, with this stuff, I'm kind of just by myself. But yeah, Strasbourg overnight said it's crazy. Gee, what I should buy a great BLI shave for 500 or a crappy Bachman for 800. I don't know. Bachman is just overpriced unless you get one on some super cheap price or whatever. I would recommend going with like Ather or something. I've had pleasant experience with soundtracks, but I personally don't like how quiet GE engines are. Josh, try this. I first thought that too with I've watched your videos and you've commented on that before. Do this. Turn up the prime mover and adjust it, because I've got my General Electric locomotive to sound just right. Because I get it, they're from factory, they're quiet, but I adjusted them just right to where they sound perfect. I either want to buy the BLI, stay from, yeah, the Bachman stuff is junk. Not junk, but my favorite decoder is Paragon 4. I haven't tried that brand before. I've wanted to, but I'm too broke to buy new. I literally have $167. I know, 6-7 joke, but I'm broke. We'll just say that. Justin Traffan said, "How did you do that? I'm gonna try it my next D9s." You know what, guys? We're gonna do this right now, this live stream, because Josh, you're welcome to screen record this. I'll show you how to program your locomotive's engine sounds. So we'll take this BNSF, for example. We'll just say that it's quiet and everything. We will whip out my programming track here. Just set that here. So, Josh, you're welcome to screen record this part here. You can use it however you need. Georgia's Cardio 4996, and I wanted my DCC remote. I wanted to, but in the end, I think it's better off just sticking with buying like a Digitrax branded Wii throttle adapter, and you can use your phone to run the trains. I looked into buying remotes, but it's way cheaper just to use a phone. Honestly, don't understand the 6.7. It's honestly dumb to me. 6.7 isn't terrible. There's been worse trends out there, like the MacBook trend and all, or whatever, the Chromebook trend. I'd rather have people screaming 6.7 than burning schools down with their Chromebooks or whatever. Because, okay, Josh, here's how you program it. Step 1, fire up your PC. Make sure it's connected via USB cable, and we will show you how to. I wanted to crank the volume up anyway. I've gotten old enough not to understand the modern generation humor. All. How old are you? Because I thought you're like 20 or something, just guessing. Lead to the USB port. So on the controller, there's USB plug on the back that I plug the cable into the computer cable there. You're 21. I thought you were like 19 or 20. Jeez. So here we are. We first go to JMRI. Come on now. Just give it a minute. So, Josh. So, if you're screen recording this, I know you got that old ball. I didn't think that you're that old. So, anyway, we're going to do all this. Computer's firing up and doing what it needs to do. We got JMRI starting, but we're going to show you how to do this. So now that we got this, we'll just full screen it. It said you can program it right from the DCS52, man. You're adding tons of steps to the process. JMRI, they programmed it to make it way simpler. Instead of guessing the CVs, JMRI literally will show me what I can do in Word form, so I'm not digging through the manuals and all that. So it's on the programming track. We'll hit program, and it'll do its thing. It'll load. This computer's a Windows 7, so it's slow. Next, we go to sound levels. Does the DCC have a website? You have to go on PC and download JMRI. Who's guess the CV? You look at the manuals for the CVs. I don't like digging through the manuals. Yeah. You run a Windows 7, lol. Hey, it looks good, yeah. This is my dad's old computer. So next, we now have all of our sounds. Well, it's always good just to read the full sheet. Just let it do its thing. You can hear the decoder, the thing's doing little clicking sounds because it's reading it. May I ask, what inch metal wheels does old passenger cars need? I've heard passenger cars just need, like, was it 36-inch wheels? But freight cars simply run on 33s. Cliff and Malraux said, all my manuals have a page with CVs listed, even the Bowser. For the things that I'm showing Josh how to program, they're more complex than what you'll find in the manual. You should do a hold the power button and hit refresh to do Y'all probably get mad at me. Yeah, we ain't doing that, but I hate why live streams glitch out like that, so we're not doing that. Anyway, Josh, now that we got all of this down, we look through the things. We got master volume and a million other sound effects controls. So now we are going to go to engine exhaust. So what you'll do is you'll bump it up. So right hold on that, and you can bump it up however you want. So you can adjust the exhaust, all the other stuff. Radiator fans, we'll bump those up as well because I think they're too quiet. So we'll bump those up there. Air compressor, and then brake squeal. And then now what we'll do is we'll hit right changes on sheet. So now we've adjusted the engine sounds. We will now take this locomotive to the track. And then we will fire it up. Way louder. I adjusted just the engine, not any other functions. The horn is still the same volume. The only thing we did is just adjusted the engine. This is great. I love JMR. I'm just hoping I don't actually blow out a speaker boosting the sounds. NS lost 2 speakers already because of the sound volume. That's too high. Tip for you, when you get a decoder, always turn the volume down to 100 when you're testing. Because I actually blew out a decoder, not a decoder. I've actually blown out a decoder and a speaker, a Digitrack speaker, because I had it cranked up after programming it. Always turn it down to 100, the main volume, master volume, and then adjust all the other sounds. And then you can adjust them up and down however you want. But this thing has a tiny little circular speaker in it, so here, I can show you. Let me just set the phone down. Don't worry, the live stream's fine. Set the phone down, so if your screen's black, I was just setting the phone. There. This is what it has. I popped the cover off, but this is the speaker. It has this a little speaker. As you can see, it's factory. It says the blue wires. So, Josh the Train fan said yes. What is that sound for? What do you mean by the sounds? Like the sound of the locomotive, or what? What if you do less for the sound? I like to have the volumes turned up, not so much to where my parents get annoyed by the volume, but just enough to where I'm happy with it. I've got mine. Don't worry, it's all fixed now. And then, which company made the BNSF? Cato. Yeah, I'll just join with the American. So, Cato, I can see it from miles away. Yeah, Cato just has a different look. You don't have DCC or DC. Do you even have model trains? Sorry, I'm shaking the phone. I have the biggest billboard. Yeah, I saw your video. Your billboard is huge. Yeah. I don't know. Cato just has a different look to it. Whether it's, I'm going to set this down because I didn't clip the fuel tank on right. But, you have 3. So, yeah, Cato, I don't know. It just has a different look to it. Like, it's less shiny almost. It's, like, more plasticky looking. I don't even know how you describe it. It just looks different. I have the original Philadelphia Reading Railroad Lantern from 1907. Okay, that's a nice thing. You know, one day I might start adding wall decor. For now, I just have rules for running my railroad and stuff. When the screen went black, I heard you got the right one. Maybe, I want... Just J fan plastic is prime descriptor for all I describe all my stuff. I know, because model trains are all plastic. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll shut down JMRI, because I don't need any more. With JMRI, I can use the phone to run my trades with the computer, but when I do my live streams, I'm using the phone to record, so I can't do that. But some are metal. Yeah, some of them are. Most of yours are metal. What brand makes them? Because I know there's some older ones. But yeah, I also added photos of all my locomotives on JMRI.
Okay, what? You're done. We need
Okay.
help.
Or brass. Okay.
Hurry. I'm done. I'm live stream. We need help.
Yeah.
Go in the car.
Yeah. I'm almost wrapping up.
Hurry.
Okay. So. There, we're shutting that down. So yeah, guys. Now that we got this, who's that? You mean the person that was just talking to me? That was my brother. But see, Josh, way louder. And then on top of it, I have an EMD as well. But this is a General Electric locomotive. Well, there it is. We got that one leading. Fuel line doesn't make plastic seam. It's only metal or brass. And diesels are plastic except the SC70 ACE. Those are metal. Okay. Yeah, guys. I think we're going to get this live stream wrapped up pretty soon because my brother needs me to help him with something. So I'm going to take my Genesis 9 to JMR programmer at my clubhouse and program it. Okay, yeah. Because you just gotta know what you're doing first. So if you're programming like a Soundtracks locomotive, just watch some of their YouTube videos, and they'll help you a lot. Because I don't recommend you doing this unless you know what you're doing. I've been doing DCC for about a year now, so it's 8:28 for you. It's 10:28 for me, so I'm 2 hours ahead of you. But nah. Thanks, guys, for watching my live stream. What is the train getting caught on for? I hear it slowing down. No, I see it slowing down. Oh, that's why. The BNSF rail car decided it needed to derail. And it still is derailed. Come on. I've had it with you. There, go, shoot. So, yeah, guys. Do you clean the locomotive's wheels? I clean them once in a while. They do get dirty, but I like to keep my track clean. But yeah, guys, don't roast. Well, Chris has appeared after a bit. Robots and Train fan, I'm going to be ending the live stream really soon, so you better start talking because, well, you still can. But here's my list for the Madison Train Show. Don't roast my handwriting. Robots Train fan said no. Yeah, we're going to be ending it less than 5 minutes because my brother does need some help. Okay. Alright, guys. That's probably going to be it for today's live stream. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. If you have anything else to say, just say it in the comments of this live stream, and I'd love to answer that. So, yep, that's it, everyone. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. Bye. Start saying bye, everyone. We'll see you later. See you later. Yep. Bye, everyone. Sorry. Roblox Train fan, you can talk in the comments of this live stream. I gotta get this thing ended. Bye. See you later, Roblox and Train fan. Yes, there's a Steam locomotive on the list. Roblox and Train fan. But that's it. We'll see you later. You can talk in the comments. Bye.